If you've been following the rap scene closely, you know that the competition between the biggest names in the game can get intense. But what's happening right now between Pusha T and Travis Scott could be something far bigger than anyone expected. Pusha T, who's always been known for his sharp lyricism and no-holds-barred approach, just ignited what could become the most explosive rap beef since the infamous Kendrick Lamar and Drake saga. Before we dive into why this beef is so monumental, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton and ensures you don't miss any of the rap wars unfolding. So, with that said, let's take a look at how Pusha T, alongside the Clips and Pharrell, just dropped a track that not only brings them back to classic form, but also calls out Travis Scott in a way that might shake up the entire rap industry. Let's get into it. Pusha T has always been a force to be reckoned with in the rap game, but his recent move has shown just how much he's evolved. After a bit of a break, Pusha has teamed back up with Pharrell and Malice for a new Clips album, and let me tell you, this reunion feels like the rap world is about to get hit with a serious wave. The energy is back, and it's clear from their new track, So Be It, that Pusha T is taking no prisoners. In the track, Push goes full throttle, reminding everyone why he's still one of the most respected lyricists in the game. But what stands out the most here is how he's coming for the industry's biggest players, none more surprising than the one and only Travis Scott. Push's decision to take aim at Travis isn't a random act of aggression. Oh no, this is about the bigger picture. Push is calling out all the so-called frauds in the rap game, and Travis, whether he likes it or not, is squarely in his sights. But this is more than just a typical rap diss. Pusha isn't doing this for clout or for a quick headline. This is a direct response to how he sees the industry shifting and how people like Travis Scott have been playing the game. In this new era of rap, Push isn't holding back anymore. He's making sure the world knows where he stands, and he's not afraid to name names. In So Be It, the Clips go in, spitting bars that hit harder than most people expect from this era of rap. And right alongside them, Pusha is making it known that he's got the same fire now as he did in the early days. Pusha's return to the scene feels like a declaration. He's back, and he's here to settle the score. Let's get to the heart of why this beef with Travis Scott even started. In the track So Be It, Pusha T drops some lines that are, to put it lightly, pretty brutal. He raps, "You lost everything in front of me. Your pride and everything you stood for laid bare." These lines are cold, icy even, and they cut straight to the core of Travis Scott's character. What's interesting about these disses is that they're not just about Travis as an artist, they're about him as a man. Pusha T is taking aim at everything Travis stands for, breaking down his reputation and calling him out for lacking loyalty, morals, and basic respect. He's not just dissing Travis for the sake of it. He's pointing out that Travis has fumbled in ways that are impossible to ignore. One of the most personal digs comes when Push brings up Kylie Jenner, Travis's ex. The line ... her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat is a pointed jab, insinuating that Travis's personal life has been just as messy as his career. And it's clear from these bars that Pusha isn't just trying to make Travis look bad on a personal level. He's calling into question everything Travis represents in the industry. Is he the real deal, or is he just another artist trying to ride the wave of what's hot at the moment? Push seems to be saying Travis isn't grounded, doesn't have the moral compass that makes for true longevity in the rap game. But here's the kicker: Pusha T isn't just letting these lyrics speak for themselves. He's already set the stage for a full-on public dissection of Travis Scott with a GQ interview ready to drop alongside the track. In that interview, Push makes it clear why he's coming after Travis. He calls out Travis's relationship with Drake and how the two have been working together, despite the history of beef between Drake and Pusha. This isn't just about a track. It's a message, and it's loud and clear. Pusha believes Travis Scott isn't the person he's trying to project to the public, and he's ready to expose it all. Now, you might be wondering, why is Pusha T coming for Travis Scott specifically? This isn't just a random attack or a flash-in-the-pan diss. No, this is part of a much bigger narrative that Pusha has been crafting for years. In his GQ interview, he elaborates on why Travis Scott became the target of his wrath. It all comes down to trust, or rather, the lack of it. Pusha's core issue with Travis Scott is not just about one personal beef or a lyric that crossed the line. It's about the broader picture of Travis's behavior in the rap game and how he's managed to stay neutral, aligning himself with whoever is hot at the moment. Pusha T is sick of it. For him, this isn't just about calling out a single artist, it's about taking aim at a bigger problem in the industry: the lack of authenticity and accountability. The beef truly deepened when Travis played his Utopia album for Pusha and Pharrell in Paris. According to Pusha, he and Pharrell were literally in the studio at Louis Vuitton HQ, working on Let God Sort Him Out, when Travis, full of excitement, interrupted their session to play Utopia. But here's the twist. Travis played the album, but left out one crucial part: the verse from Drake on the track Meltdown, a verse that directly disses Pusha T and Pharrell. Why did Travis do this? Well, Pusha thinks it's because Travis didn't want to upset Drake, who has had a long-running beef with both Pusha and Pharrell. It's that exact move, that failure to show loyalty or even have the guts to play the song in its entirety, that pushed Pusha to call him out. In Pusha's eyes, this wasn't just an innocent omission, it was an indication of who Travis Scott really is. As Pusha said, Travis is someone who doesn't stick to any side when it comes to industry politics. He'll jump on any wave that's popular, even if it means betraying those who've had his back in the past. Whether it's aligning with Drake during the height of their beef with Kanye or brushing off the real issues in his own circle, Pusha sees Travis as a master of neutrality, a rapper who doesn't care enough to take a stand. In Pusha's view, that's what's wrong with the rap game today. Artists like Travis Scott, who refuse to take accountability for their actions and continue to bend with the trends, are what's holding hip-hop back from being great again. And that's why Pusha had no choice but to call out Travis. He's not just standing up for himself or Pharrell, he's standing up for the integrity of the entire rap game, something Travis's behavior has undermined for far too long. Now, let's break down Pusha T's deeper issues with Travis Scott's career choices. For Pusha, this isn't just about one small mistake or a personal rivalry. This is about a pattern of behavior that he believes has contributed to the current state of the rap game, and not in a good way. One of Pusha's main critiques is that Travis Scott has consistently shown a lack of loyalty. To Push, Travis is the type of artist who hops on whatever's popular, without any real commitment to the culture or to the people who've helped shape his career. He's seen it before, and now he's fed up. According to Pusha, Travis is someone who always remains conveniently neutral when it suits him, whether it's in his collaborations, his beefs, or even his personal life. It's as if Travis has no standards, no allegiance to the people who helped him rise to the top. And this is where the frustration really starts to build for Push. Remember the incident with Sicko Mode? Travis's track, which featured both Drake and a fiery verse aimed at Kanye, was a perfect example of his willingness to play both sides of the fence. Despite his close ties with Kanye West, Travis let Drake throw shots at him on a song that was meant to be a hit, regardless of the fallout. That's the kind of move Pusha sees as being weak, refusing to take a side, refused to take a stand. And Pusha's seen this pattern all over Travis's career. Pusha calls it like he sees it. Travis Scott doesn't have any picks. He'll work with anyone and everyone, depending on what benefits him the most at the time. He doesn't care about loyalty, history, or real respect for the culture. He's about whatever's trending, about whatever's going to keep him in the spotlight. It's this type of mentality that Push believes has contributed to the soft era of rap, where artists are more interested in getting clicks and plays than actually standing on their words. But here's the thing: Pusha T isn't just calling out Travis for being a flip-flopper. He's pointing out how this behavior is harmful to the rap game. When artists like Travis Scott, who are supposed to be pushing the culture forward, refuse to take accountability for their actions and decisions, it weakens the art form as a whole. And that's what Push has been so vocal about in his career: keeping rap authentic, keeping it meaningful, and holding people accountable when they're out of line. Push's grievances are clear. He's not just mad at Travis for one incident or for a bad verse here and there. He's upset that Travis, as a major figure in the rap game, hasn't used his influence to elevate the culture. He's been more interested in bending to the trends. And in Push's mind, that's why the industry has gotten so soft in the first place. The integrity has been lost in favor of clout. And Travis, in Push's eyes, is one of the main reasons why. Now, let's dive deeper into why Pusha T has so much personal disdain for Travis Scott. This isn't just a professional rivalry or an artistic disagreement, this is a matter of respect. To Pusha, Travis Scott represents everything that's wrong with the rap game today. It's not just the way he moves in the industry. It's about the type of person he's shown himself to be. From Pusha's perspective, Travis Scott is the epitome of an artist who doesn't take ownership of his actions. He's someone who is constantly running away from accountability, never standing firm on his choices. And that's exactly what Push can't stand. He sees Travis as someone who thrives on jumping onto whatever is hot without ever committing to anyone's side or taking responsibility for his actions. Whether it's dodging beefs, aligning himself with whoever is trending, or even failing to own up to his mistakes, Travis comes across as someone who can't be trusted. One of the most telling moments in this ongoing critique is when Pusha calls Travis a clown. Now, this isn't just an offhand insult, it's a calculated attack on Travis's character. Pusha is saying that Travis's behavior is beneath the standards of the rap game. He's pointing out how Travis has used others to climb the ladder, but never truly stood by anyone, instead shifting allegiances depending on who's in power at the moment. This is a direct shot at Travis's lack of loyalty, something that's incredibly important in hip-hop culture, where authenticity and loyalty to your peers are highly valued. What's especially frustrating for Pusha is that, despite all of his success, Travis has yet to prove that he stands for something meaningful. Instead of using his platform to elevate others, to push the boundaries of the culture, he's been playing it safe. Whether it's riding the wave of his collaborations with Drake or aligning with whatever trend is popular, Pusha believes Travis has been more concerned with staying relevant than with making a real impact in the industry. For Pusha T, this pattern of behavior is what has caused the rap game to become soft. In an era where authenticity is everything, artists like Travis, who refuse to take a stand or own their decisions, are the ones that bring the culture down. And this is exactly why Pusha is coming for him so hard. It's not just about a beef between two artists, it's about calling out someone who, in Pusha's eyes, has failed to uphold the integrity of the culture. And that's something Pusha can't let slide. So, now that Pusha T has publicly aired his grievances with Travis Scott, the real question is, what's the fallout going to look like for Travis? Pusha has exposed a lot more than just a few personal jabs. He's gone after Travis's entire character and reputation within the industry, and that's something that could have a lasting impact. For one, the damage to Travis Scott's credibility could be severe. Pusha T isn't just any rapper, he's one of the most respected figures in hip-hop, and when he calls you out, it isn't something you can easily brush off. The rap world has already been divided for a while now, and this beef with Pusha is only going to widen that gap. Fans, critics, and other artists will likely start questioning Travis's authenticity. They'll start to wonder, is he really who he says he is? Or is he just another artist playing the game for fame and fortune without any real substance behind his moves? But the damage doesn't stop there. Travis Scott's whole career has been built on collaborations with some of the biggest names in the industry: Drake, Kanye, Future, the list goes on. But now, with Pusha T calling him out for his lack of loyalty and integrity, those very alliances could start to crumble. Artists in the rap game value loyalty and authenticity more than anything, and if they see that Travis isn't standing on solid ground, it could lead to other big names distancing themselves from him. Let's not forget that Travis's most recent album, Utopia, is a critical part of this conversation. Pusha's criticisms aren't just limited to personal jabs, he's calling out how Travis's decisions, like leaving out Drake's verse on Meltdown, are not just shady but reflect a deeper issue with the way Travis navigates his relationships. This kind of behavior can't be ignored, and it could start to turn the tide in how fans and peers view him. He might even lose some of the loyalty he once had from his own team, especially after Pusha's comments about Travis being someone who never stands by anyone, including those who helped him along the way. And let's talk about the bigger picture. If this beef escalates, it could affect Travis Scott's career in ways that go beyond just this one incident. We've seen how Pusha T handled his previous beef with Drake, which led to the iconic story of Audie Don and permanently altered Drake's public image. Could this be a repeat performance? Push has proven he's capable of more than just rap disses. He's known for bringing some serious heat to the table, and if Travis responds poorly, it could mean the end of his reign as the go-to figure. In mainstream rap, Travis Scott isn't just being attacked by a fellow rapper, he's being exposed by someone who understands the ins and outs of the industry and isn't afraid to show the cracks in the facade. The fallout here could be massive, not just for Travis's career, but for his reputation as a whole. Will he rise to the challenge and fight back, or will he fade into the background, exposed as just another artist who couldn't handle the heat? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the impact of this beef could be far-reaching, and Travis Scott's career may never be the same again. As the dust begins to settle from Pusha T's bombshell diss, the big question on everyone's mind is, what's next for this beef? The stakes are high, and the rap game is watching closely. We've seen how intense rap rivalries can get, and this one between Pusha and Travis Scott is shaping up to be no different. First off, we have to consider the possibility of a response from Travis Scott. Will he ignore it, or will he come back swinging with a fiery track of his own? We know that Travis isn't necessarily known for his lyrical skills, but we also know he's got a huge platform and a loyal fan base. Could he use this as an opportunity to turn the tables and drop a diss track aimed directly at Pusha? He's done it before, remember, when he collaborated with Drake on Sicko Mode during the height of the Drake and Kanye feud. Travis has been known to align himself with the big names in the game, but will he stand his ground this time? But here's the twist. If Travis does respond, it might not be the traditional way that many expect. Sure, Travis Scott could hop into the booth and try to fire back with a response, but given his track record of relying on collaborators, he might lean on other artists for backup. He could potentially team up with a few big names in rap to get his point across. Or maybe, just maybe, he'll avoid the beef altogether, choosing to stay focused on his own career and music. But if he does that, he runs the risk of looking weak, of letting Pusha T's accusations go unchallenged. Then, there's the question of how the beef affects the broader rap scene. The industry has seen some intense feuds in the past. Drake vs. Meek Mill, Kendrick Lamar vs. Drake, but none have been quite like this, where one artist is calling out another for their entire persona, their lack of loyalty, and their questionable career decisions. If this beef heats up, it could spark other artists to weigh in, drawing more sides and factions in the rap game. The lines are already being drawn, and it's clear that Pusha T isn't just speaking for himself, he's speaking for a lot of rappers who feel the same way about Travis's lack of accountability. On the flip side, this could be exactly what Pusha T wants, a way to expose what he believes are serious flaws in Travis's character and the way he operates within the industry. It's possible that Pusha's bigger plan here is to break Travis down, expose his weaknesses, and perhaps even damage his career in the long term. Think about it. Pusha took down Drake with the story of Audie Don, and that beef had lasting effects on Drake's image. Could he do the same to Travis, pushing him out of the spotlight for good? It's a long shot, but knowing Pusha's track record, it wouldn't be out of the question. The real wild card here is the potential for this beef to go beyond the typical rap clash. If it escalates in the right way, it could lead to a showdown of albums. Imagine if Travis Scott drops Jack Boys 2 in response to Pusha T's upcoming Clips album. The two could go head-to-head, with each album becoming a direct counter to the other. It could lead to a wild moment in rap history, where two very different styles of macking compete for supremacy, one focused on lyricism and authenticity Pusha, and the other on atmosphere and mainstream appeal Travis. The music itself would become part of the story, adding another layer to an already thrilling rivalry. But the big question is this: how will Travis handle all of this? Will he fight back with the same intensity, or will he fade into the background, hoping this all blows over? One thing's for sure, whether Travis chooses to engage or not, the rap world is watching closely. And depending on how this beef plays out, Travis Scott's career could change forever, one way or another. The future of this beef is wide open, and it could go in any number of directions. But one thing is certain, this is going to be one of the most talked about rap rivalries of the year, and the battle between Pusha T and Travis Scott is just beginning. The rap game is on edge, and we're all waiting to see who will come out on top. As we wrap up, it's clear that this beef between Pusha T and Travis Scott has the potential to shape the future of rap. What started as a few pointed lyrics has already escalated into something much bigger, with Pusha T calling out not just Travis as an artist, but his entire character and impact on the rap game. The stakes are high, and the fallout from this feud could be monumental for Travis's career. The real question is how Travis will respond. Will he rise to the challenge and step into the ring with Pusha, or will he stay quiet and let the accusations slide? Either way, Pusha T has made it clear he's standing on his words and he's not backing down. He's challenging the very culture of rap and calling out those who, in his eyes, have been skating by without any accountability. This could be the beginning of one of the most intense rap rivalries in recent memory, with the potential for albums to clash, more disses to drop, and the rap world divided into factions. As we watch this play out, one thing is certain: Pusha T's mission to expose what he believes is wrong in the game is far from over. And Travis Scott, well, he'll have to decide whether he wants to fight back or let this storm blow over. But no matter what happens, this is one rap beef that's only just getting started. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think of this entire situation? Do you think Pusha T is right in calling out Travis Scott? Or do you think this beef is all just a play for attention? And how do you see this rivalry playing out? Who's going to come out on top? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the biggest rap beefs in the game.